So there's been a bunch of big things that have happened since the last TechCast. One of the most notable is SIA selling to Emerald, whatever the fuck they are, Emerald Enchantment, whatever.
The nut company?
No, God, I wish it was Emerald trade shows or whatever they are. They own an outdoor retailer, but now they're talking about merging outdoor retailer into SIA, and so basically we're going to have a lot more granola nut lovers doing yoga at the trade show, which honestly this last year was probably the most pathetic trade show I've been to for SIA. So
there
it
was
makes
a lot of empty space.
Fuck, probably half the snowboard section was gone, and I'm not even talking like they went to parts and labor. They just didn't go. They just didn't do a trade show. Trade shows have kind of, in my opinion, lost their relevancy.
Yeah,
and to see them merge makes sense, but to know that it went to Emerald. I think it's Emerald at least. I'm probably butchering this. If I butchered it, I'll just put something up on the green screen behind us. But it's, they own a lot. Like, was it like 40 something trade shows or something? I don't know. So these people are a trade show company.
Mm-hmm.
Will this help SIA? Probably help SIA. Will it help snowboarding?
I don't really think it will. I don't think it's going to hurt it either. And I don't really think it... I mean, trade shows I don't really think have at least the massive ones. Like your local trade shows make a difference, I think, as far as the way business and everything operates, because it gives the small shops in the area a chance to actually go see shit. But I don't really think trade shows are relevant enough that it's going to matter either way. Whether it helps SIA or not, I don't think... If it helps SIA, I don't really think that's going to help snowboarding. If it hurts SIA, I don't think that's going to hurt snowboarding.
No, I don't think so either. I just sort of look at this like a Band-Aid on a shotgun wound.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're just trying to save face. I mean, moving the trade show from Vegas to Denver was just awful to begin with. Just to put this into perspective, it was cheaper for me to go to Vegas for 5 days than it is to go to Denver for 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I live in Breckenridge. I live an hour away. It costs me more. Let's see. So hotel rooms are more expensive than Vegas. The food gets jacked up that week. You have to taxi just about everywhere you want to go because you got to go all over the city for any of the parties. Parking is a bitch.
No, it's a nightmare.
I spent, the one year you and I went every day, I think I spent over $100 in just parking for Kevin's car.
Yeah.
Just parking. That, Vegas, you can fly in, hop a shuttle, go to your hotel, walk. So I used to stay at the Hooters, walk across the bridge to Excalibur, hop the train down to Mandalay, and boom, I was there in about 25 minutes. And my rooms at Hooters were like $30 a night. The cheapest room I can get around in decent walking distance or driving distance to SIA is like $89, unless I book it almost a year in advance. It's just not worth it. I mean, I usually stay with one of our friends, but then I'm sleeping on the couch and fighting a cat all night. So it's just not conducive. No. And also I always look at, there's always what I call the asshole of SIA. It's like the one section you don't want to go into. It's just the weird kooky shit.
Yeah.
That section was thriving this year at SIA. It just tells me that when outdoor retailer merges with it, there's going to be more of that kooky shit from brands that do not fucking matter. And then they're going to sell my freaking contact information, which SIA loves to do this. Just give your contact information to everyone and every PR firm. I'm pretty sure they sell it. So I'm going to get emails from all these kooky people that don't ski or snowboard pushing the shit. It's just not a good thing. I mean, I think it's just...
It's going to be interesting to see what happens to it for this coming year.
Well, you look, so Mervyn pulled out for the year, then came back. Burton's been pulled out. They're talking about bringing Burton back. Parts and labor. Parts and labor was a whole other aspect of everything. I mean, wasn't...
Fucking sharks.
Yeah. Sharts and labor pains.
Yeah.
As certain people I know called it. But, I mean, great concept, poorly implemented, but still... Trade shows don't fucking matter. What you really need to do, I think, rather than merge Outdoor Retailer and SIA and put it in Denver, rent Copper fucking Mountain and just make everything on hill from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then you do your appointments from 3:30 to 7 and you do a happy hour from 7 to 9. and you do 5 days on the mountain, so everyone's riding the shit, and do that. The other thing that I think is the biggest bullshit with SIA was when they changed the demo format. It was like you used to go to Vegas, and then you come back to your regional demo, and it was all your reps, and it was a party, and it was a good time. Now they have the national demo, so all of us in the Rockies get shafted in the ass because some fat fuck from Midwest that's never snowboarded wants to go ride something so they can go up the mountain and tell everyone they did it and they fall in leaf. I mean, these people fucking suck dicks with their buttholes.
Well, not to mention, because I've turned screws for the national demo for a couple different brands now, and you get people from shops in Florida that are there not really for snowboarding, but they're up there. They get free tickets, basically. Yeah, they get free tickets, and they get basically free rentals. And that's how they treat the SIA demo. Is they come up, they take stuff at 8:30, and they bring it back at 3.
Yeah,
that defeats the whole purpose of why the SIA demo exists. It exists so buyers and those who influence their buyers can go ride shit to find out how it fits into the wall, onto their board wall, or onto their ski wall.
Exactly.
That's what it's for, not for a rental.
That's why I stopped even riding at the on-snow. I bring my own shit. I mean, this year was the first year, and that's just because I needed to get on those moss boards.
Right.
And even then, it was just like we were ripping laps as friends, but we were doing like hour on a board, maybe 2. But I treat the on-snow more as like I'm going to go around and talk to people, and then I do those videos like angry interviews, which I'll put a link in the description so people can click it. It's on the YouTube channel. But this whole like everyone that thinks this is going to be a good thing has their head up their ass so far they don't realize trade shows are completely fucking irrelevant. Regional shows, you do more business at regional shows. I mean, when I help my friend with his shop, we do all of our order writing at the regional level except for 3 accounts. 3. And those 3, we've gotten to the point now where we don't really need to go to the trade show and see it. Just send us a catalog and we can do it. I just think it's a cash grab to try to make more money. I mean, it's just... The other thing is like what they charge for booth space, because
it's
insane. And then you got to fight the fucking union down there to like. They don't even set your freaking booth up. They move them maybe 100 feet, and you're paying $40,000 because it's all based on gross tonnage.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, dude, I could go on forever.
Well, on top of that, they charge like $2,000 if you want Wi-Fi access in your booth.
Yeah, I think it's like $800 if you want to put a extension cord in to plug in the light.
Yeah, like,
you know,
it's insane.
It's $10,000 if they want them to thumb jack your fart box with lube. You know, it's just it never ends. That's why I've said that I'm pretty much done with trade shows. Like I'm not doing multiple days this year. If we go, we're gonna go on a Saturday.
I mean, I'll go. I have to go for my other job. But,
you do now, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
But if I go, well, you'd only go one day, wouldn't you?
I'm only going to go one day.
Yeah, that would be it. Kevin and I would go for one day, and that's it. It's just the game has changed so much that it doesn't
need
matter.
to be there the entire time.
Yeah, I just don't, and I understand why Outdoor Retailer pulled out of Utah. I mean, when your politicians suck dicks and just want to destroy federal lands and everything, it's a giant fuck you to them to say, well, we're taking all this money and we're bringing it to Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that. You made a stand with it. But at the same time, these trade shows are just fucking pointless.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's my final thoughts on SIA merging with Outdoor Retailer and getting sold. And I just don't give a shit. I just don't care. I don't think it's going to affect anything I do anymore.
Yeah, basically my reaction when I found out about it, I was just like, oh. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's all it really is.
Yep. All right. We're going to move on. Well, maybe we'll take a commercial break here, and then we'll move on to the next segment.
Mm-hmm.